you start growing your own food at home with the Back to the Roots Mushroom Kit and post your photo on our Facebook page. We can donate one to a school of your choice and get kids excited about growing their own food. And that's kind of what we started doing with getting engaged. And I think with people out there, it's just, end of the day, it's like your dollars are the ones that are going to change the economy and how you spend them. And it's just find companies that are really doing something cool and transparent and doing the right thing. And you can talk all about them, tell your friends all about them, until you actually start supporting them with your dollars, nothing's going to change. So, go out there and be conscious consumers. I think that's the biggest thing that's going to make a change in our economy, is supporting companies that are actually doing the right thing.
How do I top that?
I think the most important way in which we as Americans, and for that matter as global citizens, can engage in the matter of reinventing capitalism and changing our world for the better is simply by paying attention. Paying attention to what's working to make a better world, the technologies, the programs, the schools, the policies that are actually producing the kinds of results, the kinds of performance that we believe will take us to a better and brighter future. Paying attention to facts and to science, whether it's about climate change, or whether it's about how people learn, or whether it's about how best to collaborate in teams. I think we need to pay more attention to information that's reliable and credible. I also think paying attention to interesting opportunities. For example, I run a very innovative and unique graduate school. We offer an MBA, Master of Business Administration, an MPA, Master of Public Administration, and dual degrees in sustainable management. We're hard to find. We're here in San Francisco. We've been around less than 10 years. We have over 600 alumni at the forefront of the sustainability field. But unless you're paying attention, you wouldn't necessarily know about the Presidio Graduate School. And there are countless other opportunities for professional development, for training and education, like Presidio on the planet today, unlike even a decade ago. So I would urge my fellow citizens of the world to be curious, to be aware, and to pay attention to opportunities, people, and programs that they might not otherwise be thinking about.
I think there's a lot people can do. I think there's an opportunity to redefine the transportation infrastructure that we have. There's a lot of parts that are already there, but none of it really reduces traffic congestion, gets cars off the freeway, it gives people back that hour of time that they're stuck in traffic. I mean, I think that's the biggest loss right now that this country faces, is that it's just hour. Can I just be home with my kids and do some homework? But the way to do that is to get cars onto trains and onto buses and onto semi-trucks. And the way we're going to do that is these smaller cars that are 8 feet long, you can park them sideways on a semi-truck or a train. So picture this scenario. I drive into the train station and I park in the parking structure, and I get out and I get on the train, and the train pulls out, and oh, by the way, all those parking spaces are actually on the train. So I actually park my car by myself on the train, and I go to the next town, and I go and I get my car and I go where I want. So the impediment to people actually using trains to go from town to town is they don't have any local last mile transportation. And for cities to actually build that is extremely expensive. And as cities start to move around, cities grow, cities get smaller, there needs to be this flexible kind of transportation infrastructure. So what I'm recommending is, let's get entrepreneurial. Go get a semi-truck and make space for 8 cars and get some software. I mean, rideshare software right now, I can aggregate and get a ride in 10 minutes. You just touch a point on a map in 2 different places, and the dot shows up, and the guy sees your dot and he says, okay, and you get in the car. And same thing with a car, same thing with a Rhino one-wheel motorcycle, my bike. We have to start aggregating personal transportation, these small vehicles, to do the long haul and get cars off the freeway. There's been studies, 25% reduction in traffic gives you back a half hour a day. It's not a big number. So semi-trucks, trains, might be a little bit of legislation to put a parking garage on the back end of a train station. But I can go down and rent a van and load an app on my iPhone and drive around and make a living wage picking people up and driving them around right now. So this is all, I'm a guy that's been watching this very carefully. I spent a lot of time in the urban transportation space, and so my gift here is simply to paint a picture of what the future could look like for people, and hope, you know, that a business entrepreneur sees something, that, you know, a legislator grabs hold of something, that something will shift in that direction. Because if we have to shove ourselves through a knothole on the way to work every single day, we're not going to make it. And could this country do that, you know, as a pilot and offer that to the rest of the world? That would be a gift the United States could give to the rest of the world. I think it would be a nice way to offer something to other countries to help engage with us and open up a dialogue. So it's a global play, it's a local play. I think there's lots of ways that people could get involved. And why wait around for somebody to make a big move? Let's make a small move.